Hi guys. All right, so let's talk about starting the grid method. First thing you're going to need to do is set up your actual picture. So you're going to need a ruler, your photograph, and one of these handy self-portrait templates, okay? First thing, let's just center our picture, and then we're going to place the template right on top. And I want you to think about this space as your actual drawing, okay? So think about your thumbnails and decide, well, how much space do you really need in the background? Do you want to be a little bit more towards the left, towards the right? However you want it, let's center it accordingly. You really don't want it to be like all you if you have like a huge animal and a lot of detail you want to do in the background. So if you're just doing like a little small bird or something on your shoulder, then that's probably okay, but try to make it work with what you're planning, okay? So I think pretty much let's do something like this. I think this works. So once I have it centered how I want it, I'm gonna see all these little tick marks that we have all the way around? I'm just gonna use my pencil and I'm going to mark the picture according to these little marks all the way around. And I'm doing this in pencil now, but eventually I can switch it over to pen, especially when we're going over the darker parts of the picture. It is helpful. All right. So try to make sure you line it up. Don't draw on the actual template, but there we go. So we have our little tick marks marked off. I'm going to put my template away and then I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to connect these. So right on top, goes across here, across here. Should be pretty straight. If it looks crooked, it's just because your picture was a little bit crooked, but it won't matter in the end. As long as these little grid marks that we're going to make are properly perpendicular, and if you follow the template, they will be. Okay, so I'm pushing down pretty hard because I definitely want to see these lines. And then, once you're done with these, you're going to go all the way down to the bottom, and then you're going to connect these ones. Now, this might be a little bit harder to see down in the dark areas where your clothing is. Just make sure you do it right, nice and straight. Right across one. There it is. Look for the sheen of the pencil. Two. Just a hint, when you're using a ruler, try not to make the line facing the ruler because you're going to slip and go underneath. Push on it from the side. All right, where are you? There you are. So once you're done, you're going to have a nice little grid all the way across. And your next step is actually going to be to number every little box that you just made. But let me give you a tip. If it looks confusing, like this, see how the edges are kind of messy? It might be a good idea to just come in and close those off so we can really see the square. Okay, so here's my number 1 box, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'm going to come to here and go 9, 10, 11, and so on, all the way down. Okay, there you go. I'll show you a picture once this is done of my grid with everything across. Now when you're actually making the little numbers in the actual face and hair, make them kind of small, but big enough so that you can see them, okay?